Urban Impact was founded in 1987 to address the complex realities of urban poverty. Our founder and myself, we had a passion for communicating the gospel to young people and to families, and to demonstrating the gospel by really wrestling with issues that families were dealing with. Our mission became to break the cycle of social, material, and spiritual poverty, a cycle that had generational, complex, systemic issues and dysfunctions, and to build a healthy community, to help our neighbors engage with one another. We believe that if we could form relationships and build community, we could help together wrestle with problems. We didn't want to do for people, we wanted to do with people. That gets us to today. Our years of history in South Seattle has led us to a place where we have 4 key areas that we want to address to see our neighborhood transformed.
We've seen lives changed on such significant levels. We've seen people who were able to start their business, expand upon their business, bring on more employees, be able to get their products into different marketplaces. We've seen people be able to just change their outlook on life, on what was possible. And they've talked about being a part of our community and the support that they receive. We have 3 primary programs for entrepreneurs in underserved communities. Number 1 is we have a principles class that helps establish the principles of business. We have a business incubator to help entrepreneurs get a business model canvas, understand their target market. We give away some cash prizes to help launch entrepreneurs in the early stages. And then next, we have a business accelerator that we help them scale their business up, build stronger financial infrastructure, how to build a strong story that's compelling, how to connect with those customers, how to have stronger sales, and how to market effectively.
Rainier Health and Fitness began under Urban Impact as a response to the health needs of the Rainier Valley, that we noticed that there was a health disparity amongst the neighborhoods within Seattle. And so we wanted to be able to be here specifically in the Rainier Valley to provide exercise and preventative measures. In some areas, to be a member of a gym is a luxury. And so affordable fitness is what we do well. You're even able to volunteer in exchange for membership. And I recognize that Rainier Health and Fitness has become a hub for community, has become a place where people can gather that otherwise wouldn't cross paths. We have different religions and backgrounds and ages all coming together, all with the idea of improving one's health. And if Rainier Health and Fitness wasn't there, that amazing dynamic would be lost.
So the overall goal for neighborhood transformation is to see neighborhoods and communities and people who dwell in those be changed by the gospel of Jesus, ultimately through the vehicle of the church. The different programs go through 3 different spaces: communities, churches, and cohorts. In our communities, we seek to see how neighbors and people of peace can get connected to the local church to help them in whatever position they're in, whether it be poverty economically or spiritually. Then those churches are actually what we would call the catalyst to really see growth and change happen at the ground and root level. And one of the ways that we get connected to those churches is through our cohorts. Our cohorts would act as a learning community where we invite churches to come, and that's sort of like the front door to where we can help train and teach some of the urban impact principles. So this is a time where we get to know people, seek how we can equip them, and then send them out into their neighborhoods to be more equipped for the sake of the gospel and to serving those in under-resourced neighborhoods.
Youth and Family Outreach, like all of our programs, is about relationships. And kids getting connected with caring adults becomes a critical piece. So whether we're in our King County Youth Chaplaincy program, providing incarcerated youth an opportunity to connect with a mentor, a chaplain, and wrestle with life's issues, to being back in the neighborhood and being involved in your school and having a youth outreach worker show up and engage with you and connect with you relationally and provide mentorship, to a jobs program that creates an internship for high school young people and gives them a chance to grow and flourish and get their first job. Youth and Family Outreach is a critical piece of who we are. Andre, in our Economic Development Division, was one of those young people that I met in high school. Alicia is one of those young people that we engaged with from the neighborhood that becomes now a leader in our programs. Javon, the same. Those kind of stories are what touch my heart. Seeing people and families flourish and grow in community.
If there is the absence of the work that we do in this community, there's a generation that is full of potential that never gets unleashed.
The way that we have seen lives changed is really through the reality that the church is God's vehicle and mechanism by which the world is changed. We see broken people made whole. We see people who have been trapped in systemic oppression be able to find the reality of their dignity and their value and worth in through Jesus and his church. So this is the opportunity that we get a chance through one of our programs to see communities and to see people changed.
It's amazing. Your generosity impacts not only your own story, because when we follow God and are generous, we're impacted, but the families and the communities that you invest in, it's life-changing. To see people flourish because somebody made an investment in a program, in a ministry, in an organization, and their lives are transformed, and their futures are completely different, it's a powerful thing.